Jesus is at the cusp of his ministry. He's just come out of the wilderness, and as he's going down the Sea of Galilee, one by one he starts calling his disciples, who's later going to become the apostles. And for 3 years he pours into them. He ushers in the new covenant through his death and resurrection, and just before he ascends back to the Father, he looks at his people and he says, you're going to be my disciples from Jerusalem to Judea to Samaria and to the ends of the earth. So here's the deal. We are not the beginning of the story. I mean, we have found ourselves in the middle of something far bigger than ourselves. And God's now inviting us into that story. He's inviting us to join him in amplifying his name to the ends of the earth. Stepping back a few years ago, Lauren and I were in Swaziland, Africa. And so one of the customs in Africa is for them to give you an African name. So while we're there, this guy named Mshasha, he said, hey, what's your name? I said, I don't have one. He said, well, your name is Vusi. Now, Vusi has two meanings. The first meaning means to awaken or to wake up. And then the second meaning means to actually build back up. So if the parents died in a family, it was up to the oldest son to build back up that family and build back up that name. A couple of weeks later, Lauren and I were in this AIDS hospice in the main town, and so we started spending a lot of time with this older lady called Gogo Mavimbela. And as we were there, she asked us, so what family part of? We said, we're not part of that. So she said, you are now Mavimbela. And so now anybody can give you a first name, but to take on somebody's last name is more like an invitation. It's saying, you are now part of the family. And that's what we want to offer out. We want to offer out part of and being part of that family. We want this blog to be about awakening, uniting, and equipping a community of passionate worshipers that want to go out and amplify the name of Jesus Christ to the ends of the earth. Now, how do we do that? We do that by drawing deeper into the heart of God. We do that by learning his truth, learning his heart, and living out that faith in a community of other believers. I mean, this is why we have a rhino, because when we run together, when we're one, we are unstoppable. Welcome to the family. This is what our heart is. We want this blog to be about awakening, uniting, equipping. Okay, let's stop.